Oh, I am freezing. The heater was broken all through last night. It was just a horrible night's sleep. It looks like the space pirates have already made it to Phendrana. They've got the Western Temple and their research lab in lockdown.
Morphology: Crystallite. Territorial cold weather scavenger. The shell of a crystallite reflects beam weapons and can only be cracked by a concussive blast. They hang upside down in an ice cave during their larval stage. Moisture runs off its body and forms a hard ice shell, which the crystallite retains for the rest of its life.
Morphology: Flickerbat. Scavenger with optical camouflaging that renders it invisible to the naked eye. Flickerbats are deceptive creatures. The only way to track them reliably is with X-ray imaging. They fly ceaselessly, hunting on insects and other small prey that float on the air currents. Flickerbats tend to fly in cyclical hunting patterns, using primitive sonar to navigate.
A lot of the creatures in the Phendrana drifts are pretty unaggressive towards Samus. Fortunately, this area isn't too big, and if they have to be nearby, then the most likely place to look would be right underneath where the door is. There's a crystallite right there, so if we were to try and destroy it, then we would find that the grating was composed largely out of radion, which is susceptible to the missiles. Whoa, 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 calm down there.
Morphology: Scatter Bombu. Pulsing tendrils of energy extend from creature's body. Like all Bombus, this creature can only be harmed by electrical energy. Proximity to these life forms may result in visor interference. It is possible to avoid engaging Scatter Bombus by rolling into the morph ball and slipping between the rotating energy streams.
Or you can just hit every single one of them.
Morphology: Baby Sheegoth. Glacial Predator. Ice shell protects vulnerable dorsal area. Young Sheegoths grow a resilient shell of ice on their backs, which serves to protect a layer of vulnerable flesh. With this being the only weak point, baby Sheegoths will turn quickly in order to not allow predators the opportunity to strike at their backs. Powerful hunters, they fire bursts of ultra-cold gas at potential prey, then feast on their frozen victim.
They're also incredibly cute. Look at that gaping maw. This would be one of the few things in Phendrana Drifts that is incredibly aggressive to make up for all the other things that aren't. Looks like this was the Chozo's home away from home. It's even got similar bridge architecture.
Morphology: Ice Burrower. a burrower that has adapted to sub-freezing climates. A hardy life form, the ice burrower has adapted to the frigid climate of Phendrana. It spends most of its time tunneling through frozen soil, but will occasionally surface to attack passerby.
It might be that they blend in with the ice pretty well, but I find it a bit trickier to actually hit ice burrowers compared to normal burrowers. There's more of that blue stuff. It's been cropping up all over the place. I don't think we can make that jump.
As the great poison reaches even further into the planet, we Chozo begin to feel the gnawings of despair. Before it is too late, we must now make our last stand. We have begun to make a temple to contain this darkness. At its heart we will place a Cipher, a mystical lock powered by 12 artifacts and filled with as much power as we Chozo can harness. We wonder though, even when we are done, will it be too late? And will the power of the temple, and the Cipher itself, prove strong enough to hold back the poisonous tide that even now swells within the ground, threatening all life?
Well, at least they decided to do something about it. That would be the ultra-frigid gas that they can expel. Maybe Sheegoths actually can be a bit of a nuisance to kill, especially if you don't just make liberal use of missiles. After all, we've got 45 of them. This place is amazing. Oh, that's adorable. You know, I'm not quite certain that those platforms are going to hold Samus's weight. Radical. This is a common element of game design where after giving the player a new ability, you show them how they can use it and force them to use it before they can leave the room. Except, if we had just gone back up the steps to where the baby Sheegoth was, we could have just gone right here and climbed up on top of the crates.
So many creatures suffer beneath blights upon the land, and we Chozo are no exception. But for all of our pain, we can at least believe in the promise of the future. We have come to believe that a time may never come when we can once again open the door and banish the darkness we've contained. Even so, our vigilance will forever remain. We believe that on some far-off day, a savior will come and continue what we have begun. For that savior, we will leave our ancient weapons and armor. The soul who can gather them will be the Entrusted one, the only one that can reverse the evil that grows here.
I'm coming for you, Ridley. Let's just follow him. I don't think there's anything else we can do here anyway. This might be a bit of a dead end, but if we backtrack a little bit, we actually have one more place we could go in the Magmore Caverns. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. And that was a bit excessive. Hey, 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 hey. That's the first time we're in any real danger on account of a Triclops. But if we mash fast enough, we get out before we get dumped into the lava. Ow! I'm jumping over here. Another elevator. And based on those red starburst flowers, I think I know where it goes. Finally back topside. Man, I bet there's a bunch of stuff we could do here. Like take damage. And take damage again. There's life incubating in that mound of soil. Oh, there it is. Missiles. I have those now. Hey, wait a second. I'm pretty sure we've been here before. Yeah, we're here. Ah, it's been so long. We got so many upgrades since we were last here, and we can put one of them to use right now. We know that it's radioactive, but there's actually no other information about this lichen. Ah, long time no see. I guess we can finally go in this one door up here. Hooray, we got the space jump boots. And now that we have the space jump boots, we can perform a space jump. So let's space jump out of here. And refill our stuff, sure. Nah, we don't need to save. Just get all our energy and ammo back. And we're off. We got more adventuring to do. With the morph ball, we can get in a lot of these nooks and crannies. Like this one, which for some reason exists. It just takes us down here, which we could get to normally. Whoa, 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 hey, what's going on, fellas? Park ranger here. No, don't just fly away. That's an offense. Space pirates. I tell ya. This is one of the crates from the space frigate Orpheon. So the blue stuff is Phazon. And judging by how radioactive it is, that must be what the Great Poison is as well. Now it's all starting to come together. Alright. Let's take a look at that impact crater, see if we can't see what's up. those dorsal spines still have the greatest accuracy.
The containment of the Great Poison. This task has fallen to the Chozo, and we will not flee from our duty, even as we suffer with the land and its creatures. We will pour our will into the 12, the artifacts that, when brought together, form the lock that holds this great evil at bay in the depths of the planet. This lock must stand up to all who might come to assault it. To preserve the power of the seal, and to protect it from those who would meddle for their own designs, we will spread the artifacts across the land, hiding them from prying eyes. The lock must never open until the day comes when this disaster can finally be put right.
Translating Chozo Sunchafer high atop our ruined home.
A shrine in their honor holds the artifact of strength. A shrine in their honor holds the artifact of strength.
A room of resource lies within the mines. Corrupted the spirits have been drawn to this tainted place. Release their bond to the world to claim them.
Translating Chozo runes into a surface. A tall cave corrupted invaders
Move through the water.
One of Tally's hard torments to throw a flight flag.
Huh.